When I was first trying to get into business and doing work on my own, I could never do it because every single time it got difficult, I would just pick up my phone and start scrolling. Now, that doesn't happen anymore because my phone is so boring that now my work is just way more fun and enjoyable. So in this video, I'll show you how you can make your phone so boring that the next most enjoyable thing that you can do in your life is literally just working. So I'll also show you how you can get over that like boring phase when you're trying to quit social media and your phone and TV shows and movies and all that stuff. So for some extra context, if you've never seen me before, who the fuck am I? I tried to, in the beginning of 2022, I was first trying to reduce my screen time and I figured out that it was actually bad for me and everything like that. Then I went through 3 crucial and like difficult years of just trying to reduce my screen time. Nothing worked. I did the dopamine detoxes. I tried to do all the app time blockers and everything like that. Nothing worked. Then in the beginning of 2025, I finally quit. Been clean ever since. I don't use social media. I don't scroll short form content. I don't watch TV shows. I don't even watch YouTube. I don't watch movies. I don't watch anything like that. I don't play games. I just do like the productive stuff now. So let's first talk about actually getting over the boring phase when you're trying to quit social media. And it is an inevitable thing of trying to quit because it for everyone, all of the guys that I've talked to, they all have this boring phase and we kind of have different ways of coping about going over that boring phase. So someone on like my community, second link in the description, actually asked me, how do you overcome that like boring phase? And my answer to him was literally, was that I realized 2 things. So the first thing was literally that you will always feel bored no matter what. It's like an inevitable thing of like humans that we will just feel bored. Like literally, try and look at your life right now. You are scrolling a fuck ton at the moment, right? Do you feel like life is enjoyable, boring? Like what do you feel about life? You probably have some parts of it that are boring, right? But you scroll, so that shouldn't happen, right? It's like you will have, and like right when you quit your phone, you'll have a phase where it's extra boring. But once you get over that first initial phase, it will just be like life was before. It might even be like more fun because all of the like it will literally be like enjoyable to just cook food basically. So the second thing was that I had something else to do, which is like slightly less like it's slightly less stimulating and you feel like you're still making progress, but you still have something that's like filling up your time and everything like that. So let me help you figure out what that actually is. What that slightly less stimulating thing could be. So that's like the first thing that I talked about in the title, how you could make your phone boring. So that's kind of what I'm gonna go over now. So fuck, I've already talked about this stuff. So here's what you should do. You should find a healthier alternative. So for example, if you're scrolling a fuck ton of short form content, then you should probably find a substitute for that. And that's basically what I did. So what you could substitute with, and this will sound so stupid, you could literally just watch a movie instead of scrolling the short form content. It won't feel like you're making much progress, but you could imagine that if you were the type of person who like came home from school, you were tired, you usually just sit down and scroll short form content, you condition your mind to like the 5 second reels. Instead, just watch the 1.5 hour movie, which is still stimulating, but it's less stimulating. So that's kind of what you could do. And this is just like the first part of it, because obviously watching a movie will probably still be more enjoyable and fun and etc than actually doing your work. But that's just like the first part. So you use my method, which is called the onion method. I've helped over 50 guys with this, and that's how you actually make your phone boring. So just before we go over that, if you are an entrepreneur and you're struggling with your screen time and everything like that, click on the first link in the description, see if you qualify, yada, yada, yada. I guarantee results. If you don't get the results you want, then you don't pay. It's that simple. So what is the onion method? So if you could imagine an onion, that's kind of the metaphor that I use. So the onion consists of a bunch of layers. First off, the onion it represents all your bad screen time. It doesn't represent your screen time in itself. It represents all the bad screen time. So it's like the short form content, it's the TV shows, it's the movies, it's the like Clash of Clans that you play, it's Reddit, it's Among Us that you play with your friends. It's like all of these smaller things. It's looking at Snapchat Spotlight, it's looking at Instagram stories or whatever. So it's all of these like micro things, as you could imagine, that the Onion has like a bunch of layers. So the way that you reduce your screen time with the Onion method is you peel back fucking ants, whatever they're called. What are they called? Flies? I don't fucking know. So you peel away about one layer at a time. So for example, you look at your Onion. You're like, okay, I spend time scrolling short form content. I spend time on TV shows. I spend time on movies. I spend time on all of these like 20 different things or whatever. Let me just peel away one layer. What is the worst thing I have in my life right now? I won't explain. Okay, I think I later in this video I'll explain how you can actually identify what the worst thing is. But let's just say you go with screen time, which is the most damaging thing for most people. You just focus on reducing that, and then you're okay with everything else. Now, for the next like 14 days, it's okay to watch a movie. It's okay to watch the TV show. It's okay to like play the Among Us. It's okay to do all of these things because you're just making progress. You're slowly changing your identity to becoming the person who just doesn't scroll instead of using crazy amounts of willpower. So yeah, kind of also with the Onion analogy and metaphor or whatever you want to call it, it's like if I showed you the onion, right, and I peeled away one layer and I asked someone, okay, what's this? They'd say, oh yeah, that's an onion. If I peel away another layer, they'll still say that's an onion. And that's like a crucial part of it because you're still aligned to yourself. It doesn't feel like it's like a fat person who've been eating a fuck ton of fast food for the past like 10 years. If they suddenly went on a completely clean diet and they ate like 1,800 calories a day and they lost like a kilogram every second day or something crazy like that, it's not aligned to the personality and the identity that they've built up over the past like 10 years. This, with the Onion method, you're still aligned. Like you're still watching TV shows, you're still watching movies, you're still playing the games, you're still doing all that stuff. You're just not scrolling short form content, which is the one crucial thing that is actually going to like change your identity because you can still make progress. It's still aligned to who you are, but you are making progress. So that's like, so here are some more facts about the Onion method. So you find the most damaging thing. I'll help you with that in a second. Then you wait 14 days before you peel away the next layer of the onion. Then once you've like peeled away that layer, then you wait 14 days, 14 days, 14 days. And eventually, once you've peeled away all the layers of the onion, you'll just have a weird ball. People won't even like really notice that it is an onion anymore. And that kind of represents that now your screen time is clean. So what is your desired position with screen time? There is like, people have different positions of what they wish the screen time was like. Some people still want to like watch anime for motivation or whatever. Some people still want to watch TV shows because, oh yeah, Cobra Kai gives me motivation. Or so like just figure out what is your desired position. My desired position is the position that I have now. I'm not reading that many books, but I'm listening to audiobooks, listening, not that many podcasts. I'm basically only listening to like education and audiobooks at the moment. And that's kind of like my desired position. So you need to figure out what your desired position actually is and then set that as the goal. Yada, yada, yada. Identify the different layers of the onion. So I have like 3 different questions that you can ask yourself for when you actually want to identify the different layers of the onion. So the first question that you need to ask yourself is, for example, let's say you're trying to identify, okay, how bad is TV shows for me, right? Let's say that you look at how you felt about you watching TV shows yesterday. I know it's a bit complicated, but just imagine that you're sitting right here on your couch, whatever, watching this video, and you remember you watched TV shows yesterday. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that was a good use of time? Do you feel like that was just wasted time? Do you feel like now you're less motivated to do the work? Whatever. So that's the first question. The second question is, how much time did I spend doing this specific activity, thing, etc., etc.? So if you're spending like 6 hours a day on it, bro, probably cut that out, right? And the third thing is, what is the general perception of this? So if it's like, if you're watching like, bro, 2 hours of porn every single day, or let's just say you're watching like 30 minutes or something like that, you might feel like, oh yeah, it's not that bad. But if the general perception of it is that it's really bad, then it probably is really bad. So yeah. So for everyone, if you're watching like 30 minutes of short form content a day or like 15 minutes over that, I would just tell everyone, just focus on that. It is for the biggest part the most damaging thing because of the bro. I could go into it, bro. Just listen to me. Short form content is like the devil's work. Just don't watch short form content, right? So that's basically what you do. But that's only. But so it's like, okay. Before that, I forgot to say, you need to build a map of all your layers. So kind of build like, okay, I think the most damaging thing for me is like short form content. Then I think it's like TV shows, then it's movies, then it's and you might think, oh yeah, but I'm spending all my time just scrolling short form content, and then sometimes I watch like YouTube or whatever. Just still try to plug in the other things because with the onion method, when you start to cut away the short form content, you will look for substitutes. Sounds wrong, but you will start to like, then you'll pick up a new habit of watching TV shows. So you need to be wary of that, right? So yeah, build the map, yada, yada, yada. And now you cut away each layer systematically. This is very general knowledge. It's just set up as much friction as possible. Do the like commitment contract that I've talked about. You probably don't know. Commitment contract is basically where you make a contract with yourself. If I don't achieve X or do Y within set period of time, then I do X fucking consequence or whatever. You do the accountability stuff, you set up the friction, you set the app time blockers, everything like that. Set up the long passcode, everything like that. So yeah, but at the core of all of this, it's just all about the substitution. So again, if you are an entrepreneur, you're struggling with screen time, you want guaranteed results, click on the first link in the description, see if you qualify, and have a good rest of the day. See you, brother.